If you hold XLM, this is probably going to be one of the most bullish videos out there. And I'm not even joking when I say, as we really kind of look at some of these announcements happening around Stellar, there is zero doubt in my mind that we are going to witness XLM absolutely explode this alt season. With that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. If we look at some of these announcements just recently, some of these are just great integrations. For example, here we have with Zetablock, thrilled to announce that our collaboration with Stellar.org is now finally starting. We're bringing powerful data infrastructure tools to Stellar's developer community. Together, we aim to simplify the creation of data-driven applications, making development seamless and efficient. And this is Zetablock plus Stellar.org. If we actually go over here, it's a pretty substantial read, so I went and actually summarized it with ChatGPT. If we look at this, we have Zetablock, a leading Web3 data infrastructure platform, has partnered with the Stellar Development Foundation, which supports the Stellar network known for enabling open and accessible financial transactions. This collaboration aims to simplify and enhance blockchain development, allowing developers to create powerful data-driven applications on Stellar efficiently. The partnership seeks to make blockchain technology more accessible and efficient for developers, offering tools and support for creating scalable and secure applications. The VP of Ecosystem at SDF expressed excitement about the collaboration, emphasizing the initiative to make Stellar a top quality network for developers. By combining Zetablock's advanced indexing, real-time data, and analytics with Stellar's financial transaction network, developers can now build and deploy decentralized applications more effectively, which is going to be a big game changer for Stellar and even for XLM. They gain access to a fully managed backend with comprehensive on-chain data, the ability to integrate private data sources, and the capability to generate GraphQL endpoints from SQL queries easily. This integration allows developers to build or bring their dApps to the Stellar ecosystem over 90% faster. And the CEO and co-founder of Zetablock highlighted the mutual dedication to unlocking blockchain data's potential and expressed enthusiasm for the innovative applications developers will create using their platform on Stellar. So, let's be honest, it's very easy to take positions in crypto, but it's extremely hard to actually have a game plan in place when the time comes to take profits. And that's exactly why I released a completely free exit plan that you can apply to literally every single position that you take in crypto. And the best part about it is that it's completely free. All you have to do to get access is go to the link down in the description below and claim your access now. What are you waiting for? Capture those profits. Very, very exciting stuff. And over here, we also have another integration with Bitwave platform, actually. We can actually see here, exciting news. Bitwave's integration with the Stellar.org blockchain is complete. This milestone, supported by the Stellar Community Fund's Activation Award, marks an exciting step forward in our mission to enable digital assets for enterprises. And if we actually look at this, we could see that incredibly exciting news. Let me zoom in so that you guys can read this. From Bitwave, our integration with the Stellar blockchain is officially live. This means XLM transactions are now seamlessly accessible right now on the Bitwave platform. This exciting milestone is supported by the Stellar Community Fund's Activation Award grant and marks a major step forward in our mission to streamline financial reporting and compliance for digital assets. Let's go a little bit deeper. We have with the development of a high volume indexer, Bitwave's industry leading platform delivers true enterprise grade controls for transaction data on this Stellar network. This integration supercharges accounting and finance workflows for finance teams with a range of enterprise grade capabilities like granular lot by lot cost basis tracking, high volume transaction categorizations, and simplified GAAP/IFRS compliance reporting. Bitwave's SOC1 and SOC2 compliance ensures that financial teams can confidently make faster data-driven decisions and underscores Bitwave's commitment to enabling enterprises with robust financial workflows for on-chain activity. So what does this mean? Thanks to the support from the Stellar Development Foundation, Bitwave is making financial compliance and reporting faster and simpler for builders on Stellar with effortlessly account for Stellar on-chain activity using your existing ERP system, automate transaction categorization with enterprise-grade workflows, generate comprehensive financial reports to ensure audit-ready compliance. So this is all focused on compliance around enterprises, which could very well lead to a ton of tokenization use cases, DeFi use cases from enterprises, you name it. Very exciting stuff. Now, let's go over here to a recent announcement regarding the BlackRock CIO. A few years ago, we thought private permission blockchains would lead. We now realize public blockchains are better. This used to be a debate. Quietly, the debate has been settled, permissionless. Now, as we think about this, right, let's look at some of the best networks in the space. We could bring up the XRP Ledger. We could bring up Hedera. We could bring up any major project within the top 100, for an example, that has seen a ton of great adoption. But what about Stellar? What about XLM? Right? Because barely anyone is talking about XLM. And is it just because of the performance, right? Because the same thing happens around like XRP, right? Like a lot of people talk down on XRP because, oh, it hasn't made, a new all-time high in, X amount of years. And although, yeah, that's a big deal, but we're still in a speculative market driven by hype, driven by Bitcoin. XLM definitely needs to be mentioned, right? Like 100% XLM needs to be mentioned. Why? Because as we think about this quote from BlackRock, right? BlackRock confirmed what's going to be happening. They are going to start transitioning from those permissioned blockchains like even Onyx, right? Onyx is private blockchain-based technology from JP Morgan, built out on private Ethereum tech. That's going to start to morph into public networks. Like we're going to start to see this big transition from any sort of private blockchain to public, and it's going to be the most efficient ones. Now let's talk about that, right? Because we already know that BlackRock, Franklin On-Chain, all of these big institutions are already here through some of these money market funds. These are tokenized, use cases. We're starting to see some of the big networks being tapped in. Stellar is accounting for $411.9 million worth of tokenization volume and value already. Ethereum has about 1.3 billion. Now, if we look here, right, BlackRock's already here. Franklin Templeton's already here. There's so many big players, even Wisdom Tree is tapped in. So as we think about that, right, who's the most adopted right now? Technically, Stellar actually is. But I want to go back over here because this statistic here around like Stellar having $411.9 million tied to it, it's technically not correct because if we scroll down here, we could see that Stellar right now has over 612.25 million and it's up 19, almost 20% in the last 30 days in terms of the tokenization volume and value. This is a very big deal. Now, yes, there is some total value here on some of these other networks like Ethereum, Tron, Binance Smart Chain, things like that. But this is going through the entire total RWA on-chain. We're not just talking about treasuries. But one thing that I want to say is Stellar is an absolute giant because they're almost nearing the $1 billion mark around tokenized value. And this is happening at a time where we're starting to see institutions just stepping into the space. Like we're starting to see drops of water falling down into the tokenization space. Just imagine once the floodgates are open and how much money is going to flow through tokenization use cases. I'm very excited about that. And it seems as though Stellar is at the forefront of this. And just talking about this, right? Let's go back to this announcement just a couple days ago, welcoming Taurus HQ to the Stellar ecosystem. Collaboration powers real world asset tokenization. And this partnership is another big step towards mass adoption. And we have over here from the block, Deutsche Bank backed Taurus expands digital asset custody issuance offerings to Stellar. And guys, we have infrastructure provider Taurus has expanded its digital asset custody and issuance offerings to the Stellar network. Taurus joins financial institutions like Franklin Templeton, Wisdom Tree, and Circle in using Stellar for real-world asset tokenization. Again, the adoption from institutions on Stellar is absolutely massive because we already know, and I'm going to get into it a little bit more about Franklin Templeton and Wisdom Tree. Like we already know institutions are here, right? Institutionalization is happening on specific networks, and Stellar is one of them. Taurus, the digital asset infrastructure provider to financial institutions such as Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse, and Santander, have expanded to the Stellar network. The Swiss fintech firm's digital asset custody platform, Taurus Protect, and its digital issuance and tokenization platform, Taurus Capital, are available on Stellar's open source public blockchain from Monday. This integration allows banks and issuers to issue and manage any tokenization or tokenized asset on the Stellar network, fully customizing and automating payment flows using programmable wallet behaviors and banking-grade access controls, according to a statement shared with the bank. Integration with Stellar seamlessly aligns with Taurus's strategic growth as the blockchain has been optimized and built for asset tokenization. This is from Taurus themselves. Our banking and non-banking clients can now benefit from reduced fees and fast transactions, optimizing efficiency across a variety of tokenization use cases such as equity, debt, structured products, funds, tokenized deposits, and CBDCs. Guys, this is absolutely massive. This is a huge deal. Now, beyond this, right? Let's look at Taurus. So first off, this is the overall tech stack. This is the partner ecosystem. You have core banking, you have cloud providers, you have research and academia, partners and associations. Guys, look at some of these names on here. You have MasterCard, you have AWS, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud. On the left side, we have Temenos, which, by the way, Temenos is tied back to Ripple as well. Thales is also tied back to Ripple, so is MasterCard as well. It seems as though the big players are starting to be handpicked here through some of these major platforms. Now, also over here, we have their story. Again, they're fully focused on DLT and blockchain. We deliver 25 plus clients. We work with leading financial institutions and pioneering companies. You can see some of them here as well if we scroll down. Up here, we have 17 protocols, 4 tokenization protocols, 75% engineers as well. Now, if we actually go over here, we can see some of their major partnerships. Again, blockchain-based companies, MasterCard and stuff like that on here, major banks. We can see the infrastructure being laid out here. And that's pretty evident, even with, like, for example, Ripple purchased Medico. Medico's entire breakdown was core infrastructure around the institutionalization of crypto, essentially, right? Where you have institutions being able to tap into tokenization services, digital asset services, anything. And that's exactly what we're seeing here with Stellar and XLM with Taurus. Very exciting stuff. Now, also, as we really kind of look at the growth happening around Stellar, guys, these major announcements like this are going to set a major trail for these numbers to, really explode. Payments on Stellar continues to grow. From quarter one of 2023, we saw 56 million turn into 125 million. And think about tokenization, right? Tokenization through digital currencies, CBDCs, tokenized assets, that's all transactions. That's going to see these payments, these transactions, everything on Stellar grow astronomically. And even when we look at some players like WisdomTree, for example, back in May, Stellar put out a full report on learn why companies like WisdomTree choose the Stellar network as their tokenization platform of choice. We know that WisdomTree has over $109 billion in management, right? Like assets under management. This is a big deal. And they are a big player. And we also have, in terms of the full case study, we can see a breakdown of this, right? They're integrating digital assets, including cryptocurrency and tokenization of real-world assets. WisdomTree is setting a new standard for investment opportunities and operational efficiency. And this is all through their actual platform. Like, this is the WisdomTree platform. And think about how many users this could essentially reach. And it selected Stellar Network because of Stellar's native asset controls, relatively low cost, and operational performance. I'm telling you guys right now, this is a big deal. And talking about how many people it's going to reach, check this out. 75% of the US population is now tapped in with WisdomTree Prime. Today, we're excited to share that WisdomTree Prime, built on Stellar, is now available in 41 states, representing 75% of the US population. That's how much exposure this could very well, really meet. This is crypto and blockchain mass adoption through legitimate players' applications. WisdomTree Prime is an application from a trusted entity, aka WisdomTree, that's a direct bridge to blockchain and DLT. This is exactly how I envision mass adoption becoming a reality. And last but not least, of course, going back to April of this year, Franklin Templeton continues to innovate, and they are doing it on Stellar. This was through their $380 million tokenized treasury fund to enable peer-to-peer transfers. Again, really bringing in a ton of transactional demand, payment demand. This is all reinforcing the fact that Stellar is set to absolutely explode through institutionalization. I'm telling you guys right now, if you are not focused on what Stellar is doing, if you're not really focused on what's happening here around institutions, and if you're not realizing that they're picking winners, they're legitimately picking the winners that will be around for the next 5, 10 plus years, because they're going to be the ones massively utilized and adopt it, you are missing the big target. I am very excited about this, and I'm very bullish on Stellar and even XLM. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because I'm a free content. You guys more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.